Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the season kickoff of Smoke Lounge. I got Crypto with me. What's going on, Crypto?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, listen.
Another day in
This week,
paradise.
this week, it's you and I. We're going to be facing. We are going to be taking on Blitz, the new crew, Blitz Pickup, Lewis and Tony. So we're going to be representing, baby. We have to. We got to come out on top, baby. So
who is this Blitz pickup?
Hopefully he gets, huh?
Who is these Blitz pickup characters? I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, they'll be here. They'll be here. They'll be here tonight. So Friday night, Friday night at Saturday morning at 3:00. We're gonna air the Blitz pickup versus Insomnia. And then, of course, Sunday morning at 3:00 after Ali's show, we're gonna go live. And yeah, man, tell us from the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna just and we also have some news stories too. So y'all sit back, relax. I got me a.
So you said we're going live that morning.
Yeah.
After and then after that will be the re-airing of the pre-record.
Yeah.
For the picks.
So yeah, that's gonna be Saturday at 3, Sunday at 3, before the live before Sunday football kicks off. We're gonna do Insomnia live. So back to back, you're gonna get back to back, Crypto and I. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the currency connection, baby. So like I said, get yourself a drink. I got my cigar. We're gonna hit this intro, and when we do, we finna get into this, baby. And also Q Billy, Pedro, Fantastic Pedro. He's gonna be stopping by later on at some point, and so is Larry K. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'll see y'all in a bit. If I could find the fucking intro. Yeah.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
What is up? All right, yeah, we're here. We're back live, and give a few shout outs to some people who. By the way, I want to thank y'all, each and every one of y'all, for taking some time out to come and support the Finn's Tailgate, Crypto and myself. So
Sure.
I was listening to Doug Peterson talk, right? And
He had a press conference today.
yeah, he had a press conference today. They usually have press conferences
On Wednesdays and Thursdays. Or third. Doug Peterson.
Yeah. Doug Peterson
I guess,
started he what was I gonna tell you?
I guess
Yeah,
Pete was
what happened?
broadcasting No, I said Pete was broadcasting Trevor Lawrence's from Twitter. There was no
Yeah.
audio, but he said he looked sharp.
Yeah, press conferences you have to look sharp.
Yeah.
Right. So, few things they talked about the offense, right? And he talked about how it's fast. All the cliche answers that you usually hear. Oh, they're fast. They're misleading. Blah 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 blah. So that had nothing to do with anything. But then they asked him about one of the things they asked him about was the fact that about the offseason. Does it give you an advantage preparing for the opponent during the offseason? He says it depends on the opponent. You know what I'm saying? If you know, so if you're familiar, so if let's say you're preparing for Bill Belichick and an offense that you played last year, it's going to have an advantage because you know what they do. You know what I'm saying? You're familiar with them. But if it's an unknown, like for instance, Anthony Weaver, he has an idea. He kind of say he looked at Baltimore tapes to kind of get an idea. But let's face it, there's Anthony Weaver is an unknown. It's easier to prepare for Mike
Yes.
Daniels because he has more.
He's been known.
More
He's
footage
got
of it.
more film, right?
Yeah. So
More of his play calling is on film versus
yeah.
Weaver. He doesn't have
So
you should go into the Houston tapes back when they was nothing, right?
mhm.
I think that was the last time he had a opportunity to call the defense.
Yep. Shout out to Daniel Berry
Yeah, you
Sports
can't
in
rely
the
on that.
building. What's up, Daniel Berry? Raphael Courtwright,
Barry and Raphael.
Red, White, and Bills, Joe Rist, Raphael Courtwright in the building,
Raphael.
Kevin Lee,
What's up,
Daniel
Kevin Lee?
Taylor, Rhino. What's
And
going
Rhino.
on, Rhino? Rhino Sif, what's up? Long time no see, man. I remember
Yeah.
him from the days of Larry L. Show.
Are we there yet? Yeah. From the Larry L. Yeah, there I
Hey, the
go.
man with the best
Duke.
name in the business, Dolphinier, Adam Sadowski, Hooked Up Joe, Jose Valdez. Salute to you, man. Richard McLean, Joe Rest.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, welcome back. Joe Rest is a new member. So, Timothy Washington, fins up. So yeah, man. Listen. So they asked that. So the one thing I did clip, the one thing that was kind of something to hear is his thoughts on the defense. Let's hear this.
All right.
a great player and just a really good, solid, defensive line. And he should. I mean, he's been talking that way, and it's great for why. We just have to go do it. So I can appreciate,
Amen.
we're increasing football games, and we're not going to make excuses for why. We just have to go do it. So I can appreciate that, and it doesn't add any extra pressure or anything like that. We just have to go. Sounds like he's going to play anyway. He's
talking about Jaden Phillips.
I mean, he's been talking that way, and he's a great player. And then Calais, we know him. Played him last year, and obviously a great player, and just a really good, solid, defensive line. That again, it's a different combinations of front, different combinations of personnel. David Long, we know, is a linebacker, from where he's been in Tennessee, and know him a little bit. So it's a good group. It's a good, solid group, and their back end is, an experienced group as well. So it's a challenge, for our offense, and it'll be a good test for our offensive line.
At linebacker next to Foye, it says Chad Muma or Devin Lloyd on the depth chart. Is there any clarity, or is that situational based? Or
It's usually situational. Yeah, situational based.
So that was his thoughts on the defense. By the way, listen, we have one of the guests. He's been gone for a while, but this Tuesday we'll be back with Larry, Lucci, G, and Shake. I want to introduce you all the way from Newark, my man, Larry K. What's going on?
What's going on, Shake Money, Crypto,
What's going on?
Nation? How you guys
Larry
doing?
K.
Let's be on the Smoke Lounge.
Oh yeah. Good to have you,
Good to see
man.
you, man.
Good seeing you.
Yes, sir. You too. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
We definitely got to get you on Insomnia to do one of these pick'em episodes one day.
Oh, definitely, bro. I'm down. You know I'm down.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Are you coming to any games this year?
I don't know if I'll get down to South Florida this year just because all the stuff I got going on up here, but I will try to make it. It's always a possibility. I got family down there. I got some places to stay down there. So I may circle a game on the calendar and get down there and I'll let you guys know, but it's up in the air right now.
Okay.
I got you.
Cool.
Oh man.
But you normally go to the MetLife one, right? Up there in
Yeah, I'll definitely be at the MetLife takeover. That's right down the street from me. I mean, it's not far at all. And I might even go to, some road trip type games around here in the Northeast if there's any. But to be honest with you, I've kind of been in a wait and see mode with the squad, man. Just like last year was the show me season for me. This year is the wait and see. I'll be at MetLife regardless, but in terms of getting out to games and other places and, putting the time into that. I love the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I love getting down there to games. The environment is dope. I love my Fury fam. I love my Miami Dolphins family. But I'm interested to see how this team gets going, what identity and personality this team takes on this year, and how excited they get me. You know what I'm saying? To be in the stand.
Yeah.
Yep.
No doubt.
Because I'm one of those guys who I like the TV, but I like to be at the games. But the vibe's got to be right. I got to be inspired and feel that connection to be in the stands. And I love being in the stands. So I'm hoping the team gets me excited like last year's team did at the start and finishes it,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Get out there and mingle.
Yes, sir.
Live.
Yes, sir. So
yeah,
it's
man.
always fun.
Doug Peterson, he was the quarterback for the Don Shula's game
breaking.
when he broke the record.
When he broke the record, he was the back. Yep, he was the quarterback on that day.
Yeah, I think Peterson's a
crazy.
good coach. You look at what he did in Philly, I think he's a good coach, and I think kind of waiting to find his bearings down there. But I'm interested to see what he does. I think this is a big season for him too.
And they still don't know who's going to be calling the plays between him and the offensive coordinator. They asked him that today. They still don't know, which doesn't make no difference. I don't think it makes any difference.
Wait a minute.
They're kind of like
Who's going? You talking about between Doug Peterson
and his offensive coordinator.
and his coordinator? Oh, okay.
They still don't know who's going to be calling plays. They're both going to be down
Up
on
in
the
the air.
sidelines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're in a
Who
tough
called it
spot
last
too.
year?
I mean, the NFL
Did he?
did he?
No, I'm saying, did he call it last year?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's
Yeah,
probably why. Maybe that's probably they were like, you know what? Yeah, we did bad. Let's give somebody else the play calling. Because last year when we had that collapse, that was. I think that was one of the talking points everybody was making. Let McDaniels needs to give it the play calling.
Yeah.
If you recall.
I mean, they're saying that it's hard to be the head coach and call the plays. I think that's I think some of the best head coaches call the plays too. I mean, I think if you can call plays the way McDaniel can call plays, which we know he can, he struggles sometimes in crucial situations, but he should be able to succeed being the head coach and calling plays because that's kind of what his shtick is. If he can't divide his attention that well, then there's a problem with him, I feel like, because he's a head coach because he's an offensive innovator and because he puts guys in position to succeed. If he's struggling, in certain situations with time management or with calling the right play, I think that's an indictment on him in both regards because him as a head coach is him as a play caller. That's him. I mean, he's not the guy who gets in your face and gets a team running through walls for him, and let somebody else call the plays. If you're going to make a guy like that the head coach, he should be calling the plays too. That's how I feel about it. And if he can't handle it, that's an issue. I'm not saying he can't handle it. I think guys people want to find reasons and excuses when we struggle down the stretch, so they use that. But I think with Jacksonville and with us, you see a couple teams now that the NFL is a league now where you want to see guys succeed and get off to the races pretty quickly. You saw it with Joe Burrow. You see it with the Chiefs. You see it with other guys. And you've seen it with the Texans now. I think with both Jacksonville and Miami, if you see the Texans surpass them this year late in the season, some heads are going to roll. Some people are going to be asking some questions because you only get so many years to get on track. And that goes for the kid out in San Diego, not San Diego, what is it now? LA, who, they love so much when he came in the league too. And he hasn't necessarily met expectations other than statistically. And, these guys get on the hot seat pretty quick. So these young quarterbacks, their coaches, there's a lot on the line. That goes for Miami, Jacksonville, the LA Chargers, everybody. And these new kids on the block, every year they're coming in and they're doing well. And all the pressure's on them, to perform and to get results.
Yeah, no doubt.
They kind of lift the bar for themselves, especially if you come out the gate playing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, here's the thing. Like, for instance, one of the things that, like, if you listen to Bill Belichick on his headsets, I think he doesn't. He could call the defense if he doesn't want to, but I think for the most part, I think he lets his son. He was letting his son call the defense. He let Brian Flores call the defense. He was still the defensive coordinator. The last people who were play callers were not defensive coordinators. They were position coaches.
Right.
And obviously Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator. But at the end of the day, too, another thing with another advantage, if it's close and it's a situational play that Bill Belichick wants to do, he could override. Hey, say we're not going with what Steve is calling
veto power
instead.
Yeah,
he has that veto power. So and that's why it may have been Beverly, our quarterbacks coach, who called the run play, but at the end of the day, whatchamacallit had a seal off on it. The head coach had to give his stamp of approval, because at the end of the day, whatever plays you had, whatever plays you have in mind, whatever, you have to give the final say, because it's your job, not the offensive coordinator. If the offensive coordinator calls a bad play, it's the head coach's job who takes the hit, not the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
And
think
you could scapegoat him for a year, but after that year, it's kind of gets hard to scapegoat him.
Yeah, 100%. I think too, I mean, it comes down to what kind of leader you are and how you want to do it, because you hire somebody, but then you veto them in certain situations. You're kind of complicating your own job and you're complicating their job, because now you're putting your mind where you didn't want it to go. Whereas if you hire a guy, you gotta roll with him. You gotta trust him to go with the ebbs and flows, the wins and losses, and the bad calls and good calls. And either way, the buck stops with you. You either interfered with the guy or you hired the guy, and either way, you bear some responsibility for it. So I'm kind of the opinion, hey, you bring a guy in, you let him call his plays, you let him install his plan. You could have an influence. I mean, what you see with some of these guys is they'll bring in their own disciples. Belichick is a brain trust himself. He's an older guy. I'm seeing with my college team, Rutgers, Schiano now. He was a star defensive coordinator, and then he was a head coach who ran the defense. And now he's bringing in guys who, trained under him and letting them kind of call it. And I think, at some point, McDaniel could be that guy like the older Shanahan was, where he hires his own disciple to run the offense. But for now, I think he's the offensive guru. He's that guy. And the Dolphins decided to give him a head coaching job to retain his services rather than an OC job. So he's got to run with it until he finds somebody he's confident enough in to call his offense, because he's the guy at the controls, he's the guy with the skills, with the mind, and until somebody is his caliber that he could trust, it's hard to hire a guy under.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the young disciple as it is. That's the interesting thing about all these young coaches they bring in who are genius X's and O's guys. Well, they got to implement their genius and they got to be coordinators too. Otherwise you get older head coaches and you hire these guys as the coordinators. But again, I think this plays into the way the league is with everybody trying to hit the ground running. You're trying to find the most innovative prodigy. You're trying to lock him down, right? You don't want anybody else to take him. So you're going to bring him in and you're going to try to hire him as the head man right off the bat. So no one tries to hire him as the head man 5 years down the road.
Right.
When his offensive coordinator career is epic. But now you got to go with the ebbs and the flows and the growth pains of being a head coach, because these guys are more, in tune with the X's and O's, and they got to learn on the job to be a head coach. So it's interesting.
And you know what? One thing I do agree with the Big O. What he said about Brian Flores is about him being stuck in one place was kind of his detriment, because when you got a coach that was, been around the league, and this is an old school term, he has a Rolodex of contacts. Brian Flores' Rolodex is not as big as somebody as like a Doug Peterson who's been around, or somebody as a Andy Reid who's been around, or you know what I'm saying, guys like that, coaches like that who's been in different systems and things of that nature. Even to an extent, Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel has played for different coaches. I know he's followed Shanahan for the most part, but he's been under a lot of coaches, and he got to network. And I think the one thing about Brian Flores is now that he's been to Pittsburgh, now he's in Minnesota, he too is not only getting a bigger Rolodex, but he's seeing a different style of coaching. He was, 15 years looking at one style of coaching, and now he's kind of broadening his horizon, if you will.
I think also, Bill Belichick comes from the Parcells tree, and the Parcells tree is reputable, and Parcells had a good career. But if you look at Belichick's coaching tree, most of them have not been successful. And I think it's time that we call into question the entire Bill Belichick philosophy, because absent Tom Brady, he hasn't won a Super Bowl. So how much credit are we giving him in coaching style that maybe is misplaced? I'm not saying he's not one of the greatest of all time. You can't take it away from him. But, sometimes you bring a guy like Flores in who knows one style, and the guys who have been reared in that style, aside from a player, the coaches who've come from that system haven't been all that great. So, it's good for Flores to get out there and get more exposure, because I don't think it's been all that great. Whereas I think, for whatever reason, McDaniel, you said, Shake, he's been around the block, and I think he has some serious humility that serves him well. I also think maybe the Shanahan tree just lends itself to guys who have been more successful, and we've seen that with the Shanahan tree too. So just an interesting thing. I think also on your subject, man, like the Miami Dolphins now have kind of, in my opinion, when they jettisoned Vic Fangio last year too, they've settled on this philosophy where we like the young, get along with players type coach and the type environment where the players call the shots and they have a nice work-life balance, and they can express themselves freely, and that's all good. But I think what that does is now that you've built a roster with that culture, with that expectation, and I want to say somebody's said this, man, and I can't think of somebody who's a frequent on the tailgate. And I think they've been saying this. Now you have a culture of players where you get rid of Fangio, and that's fine. But and Sal says Parcells called his first round draft pick. She would have sent to it to the loony bin. Hello. I mean, yeah. So look, what my point is, and Sal, I hear you. It's you've now settled on a culture where you have to bring in young, get along with player type coaches. You can't bring in these older guys with these hardline things who have these super large Rolodexes and shake actual Rolodexes instead of cell phone, contacts. But you can't bring those guys in with this roster. If you're going to do that and change philosophy, you're going to have to scrap the whole thing down to the studs again. You got to stick with these younger coaches who get along with players. And will that work for our ultimate goals of championships? I don't know, but that's how the team's now been built.
Yeah. I mean, you have, but I think here's the thing. I think with this coaching staff, you have your good cops and your bad cops. Your good cops obviously is going to be Mike McDaniels and the coordinators where they could go to. But I think the assistant coaches, you got Butch Berry, the linebackers coach. He seems like an old school guy they got from Green Bay, and obviously Campanelli went to end up going back. So we kind of traded coaches. But here's the thing about the difference between Campanelli and because Campanelli was like that get along type of, what I'm saying? He had that, get along. He was a young get along guy. But at the end of the day, the coach that we swapped for has a resume of developing linebackers. He didn't. Flores got him from college. So we were his first pro team as a coach. So, he was green as Flores was, as far as, being a position coach in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and that goes into philosophy too, right? Coaches who develop guys, and how do you develop guys? Do the guys listen to your training, and is it about motivation the way Campanelli had, his hair on fire all the time? Or is it about, developing fundamentals? And then how does the player, respond to that? And does the player take it upon himself to work hard enough to master those fundamentals? I think you see a team that it's interesting where the development of players, as far as McDaniel or anybody on his staff, gives them an element to their game that will expound upon their abilities, i.e., Tyreek, this is how you execute this motion. It gives you an extra step. Tua, this is how you look at the field in this particular instance because of your skill set. I think they listen to that quite well, and it works for them. But then I think there's another element on the back end, which is, there's this intrinsic thing too, where it's like motivation. How much do you care about winning? And I think on the front end, the fundamental teaching ability of this coaching staff cannot be questioned. They take guys and they make them masters of their trade on a fundamental, microscopic level, and that is to be applauded. And then on the back end, though, this accountability, boss, leader of an army thing, that's another element of football. And sometimes the guys that aren't even as good or as skilled win the championships because at the end of the year, these guys hate losing, and it'll ruin their month. It'll ruin their off season. It'll ruin their night. And I think with the Dolphins, that's the one space where I'm like, I don't know how much of that we have, right? So they can be masters of the trade, but do they have that raw accountability and just sheer passion to win? That remains to be seen, and that might be something that's lacking with this staff. Maybe we fix that with bringing, Ravens personality in here. But we will soon see. I think that's just an open conversation everybody should have.
Yeah. And the one thing we're talking back the linebackers coach that we got, we could tell in Channing Tindall, he played a lot better this year.
Yeah.
In preseason, he looked a lot better. He looked a lot sharper. He looked like he wasn't thinking as much. He was more reading, reacting versus trying to think.
You had the opposing coach talking about our defense when I came on, and I think that's going to tell us a whole hell of a lot about McDaniel and about the front office, and I know every season we think we're going to learn a whole hell of a lot, and I think every season we do. But look, you changed out a highly sought after defensive coordinator. I know his heart might have been in Pennsylvania. I understand that he's from there, but you changed him out. You made a decision, and you also let a bunch of guys walk on that defense. And so the linebacker coach you brought in and the prospects you have at linebacker and elsewhere better execute. And if Tyndall's looking better already, that's a good sign. And I think we're going to see this year, a lot of what it says about them. Did you make the right decisions here? Because we need that defense to be stout and lethal, and we need them to make that type of progress. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what happens here.
Yeah. And finally, man, listen. This game right here, there's going to be a lot of pressure on both QBs because both of them got their contracts, and both of them, I think Tua is meeting expectations, but Trevor Lawrence has not. And I think they both have that. Look, say what you want to about Brian Flores is rookie head coach, and he made a lot of mistakes. What he did was wrong about how he went about coaching Tua. But at the same time, Trevor Lawrence had fucking Urban Meyer, which I'm not gonna ever talk bad about Urban Meyer. Just FYI, because he got those 2 national titles. So, but either way, he wasn't a good NFL coach. And
he that's setting aside he coached the worst college team in history. So
hey, listen,
I just want to put that out there.
I would listen. I respect Ali, so please don't talk about Ohio State like that.
Oh man.
But anyway, he wasn't a good coach, so he had his first year kind of, what I'm saying, under a bad system as well. So either way, both pressure are on these quarterbacks to win this first game, especially Chad, especially since they were the Jaguars regressed and missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the whole season is what I've kind of been saying about both these guys. I mean, you said Tua's met expectations. I don't know. I mean, I think they both had really high expectations coming out of college. I think.
Yeah, one was a number 1 pick, one was number 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
high expectations coming.
Well, when I met expectations, I think he turned out to be a franchise guy. I know he doesn't have that playoff win yet, but I think he leading, and he had number top ranking offenses and things like that. So where Trevor Lawrence is, I can't really, his offenses aren't really that potent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they're both. I mean, look, I think Tua's obviously done better than Trevor up to this point. I think they both, though, in my opinion, with the true payoff is wins. Wins late in the season, wins in the playoffs.
Yeah, statistically, one has more team success than one other one has more personal success. That's the way I divide the two.
Yeah, Crypto, it makes sense, and I think they both have a lot of pressure because like I said. You see the Texans all of a sudden go somewhere this year, and you already saw Burrow do it, and all of a sudden, they start looking like over their show. Dak Prescott got his big contract, and these guys got their contract, and that's the way the league is now. But I think for this game, but also this season, these two kids are both under pressure, big pressure, because not only were they have high expectations coming out of the draft, they just got a bag. They got pressure to
money
win.
too. Yeah. Oh yeah. That money right there saying you better perform or else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crypto.
there's no more excuses for either one of them. Yeah.
Yes, no
Home or
more
else.
excuses. Because you're not the kid anymore who's getting developed, and now you're the grown man who's got the grown man bag. So you better do some grown man stuff, put in that grown man work. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
And
interesting. 17 games, man. That's it.
Yes, sir. Plenty of time to do it, but you got to do it. The time is now. And I look, I expect Tua to do what he does in September, October. I'm not going to be surprised if he puts up stats. I'm not going to be surprised if he's the leading passer by the end of October. I will be surprised if he's not in the top 5, to be honest with you. But what I want to see is what he does in December. Well, that's what I want to see what he does in January.
Just don't have that
And
drop off, right?
yeah,
That's
it's
what we're
time,
bracing
man,
for.
because
Just
yeah,
prevent the drop off. That's all you need to do. Tread water.
crypto. Yeah, crypto. One time is a freak occurrence. 2 times is maybe bad luck. 3 times is a pattern, and 4 times is that's who you are. And so
Right.
it's
Yeah, that's actually your identity. Yeah, at that point. Yeah.
yeah, it's time for him to say past past presentation doesn't equal future success, but man, you gotta go out there and show that you can do it. And there's no more time. I don't care what the reason is anymore. And I know we talked about Flores, but Flores is ancient history, man. This is third year of McDaniel. So
Yeah, he's old news. Flores is old news. He's on the back burner.
yeah, and I tell you what, that's the same thing with that's another thing that both these quarterbacks have is they this is 3 years of their offenses. This is
yes,
year 3 under a young innovative coach like McDaniels, and then third year of Doug Peterson, a former quarterback, I may add, like I previewed before, and he's a Super Bowl winning coach as well. So this is who's been
He's also a Super Bowl winner. Yeah, he's taken another team to a Super Bowl. Yeah.
So both these Florida teams, man, the other Florida team got Tom friggin' Brady for a year, wound up getting another ring.
They wound up getting him another one. Yeah.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success in this century, as the Dolphins and the Jags have had their ups and downs, but not really reached the promised land. I mean, both these teams, it's time to kind of finally rise above the plateau.
Who's going to break through the Florida? What do you call it? Gauntlet.
Yep.
The in-state rivalry. Who's going to break through? Who's going to be the first to break through?
Yes, and I
Shatter
agree.
That glass ceiling.
Yeah, shatter that glass ceiling and that humid palm tree heat. But I saw DTA. I saw Dan's stat comment there. I mean, that's one thing I think that's interesting with this schedule. I mean, I'm glad we have that 1:00 game to start the season this year, but that's the Jags. They're in North Florida. North Florida Heat's much different than South Florida Heat, but they're still in North Florida, and it's still September. I think the schedule, we didn't get as many 1:00 early season Sunday games in South Florida as I wanted. I mean, this week will be in the shade and they'll be in the sun, but can't count on that advantage either. So it's really going to be a challenge this year for the Dolphins to do what they want to do. You don't have the friendly season early in the year.
That sun, yeah,
it makes it even harder to stack
that sun field advantage.
Yeah,
we had the sun field advantage, not the home field advantage.
Yeah, sun field. Yep.
The sun field advantage.
What's up? Look, this is an interesting comment from G. What's up, G, man? How you doing, my brother? G, teams done trying to sack Tua. Send 3 and take away his comfort zones, counter the run ball, and cause teams to be ready for the quick stuff.
I think he's right. I think we've seen that. You jam. It works in 2 ways, right? Because if you don't get any pressure with the 3-man rush, then your jamming of the receivers at the line isn't as effective because he's got a little bit of time to wait for them to break free. However, dropping guys into coverage post-snap has consistently shown to be a weakness of Tua's because he likes to make a read instantly and know where he's going with the ball or know what his 1 or 2 options are. And so if you can get any kind of push out of that front 3 and drop your guys, I think that's the best game plan against Tua. And here's another question, Crypto and Shake. This offensive line is not the offensive line we started with last year. Are they terrible? Not necessarily, but are they great? We really don't know. And so they better be able to hold it down if teams start attacking us that way, because I think that's the best plan. Now, you keep those 3-4-man rushes at bay long enough, I think he'll find one of these guys, and these guys will get themselves some separation. but you get a little bit of push on this okay offensive line, and these guys drop, and you're jamming them a little bit. It can confuse the crap out of Tua and cause some problems. We've seen it happen when a defense does that. He gets confused. Sometimes he even throws outright picks.
And here's the thing. By the first things first. Tony H is in the building. By the way, later tonight, Tony and Lewis are going to be taking on Team Insomnia week 1 for the Pick'ems. So shout out to that's the man. Raphael Courtright as always.
Raph, what up? All you guys, what up?
What's up? So the one thing about Tua getting this quarterbacks coach, I think the one advantage of getting him is the film study aspect.
Yeah,
mechanics is one thing. Yeah, I'm sure he helped him with his mechanics and his throwing motions, but at the end of the day, the mental part is the most important part. All right, what is this? What is this linebacker going to do? Is he going to zone? Is he going to blitz? I think that's going to help Tua tremendously, and I think that's one of the things that he was lacking in was pre-snap. So now he could see. I think he's looking at the field a little bit differently now. So now he knows, okay, this guy's going to go here. This guy's going to go here. He's going to try to find where the open hole is. And so he goes, okay, I know the open hole is going to be there. So now when he hikes the ball, he's going to go directly to where the open spots are going to be at.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's huge. That's the next step in development. You get strong, you get the muscle memory, but now it's time to kind of fine tune that with these reads and understanding these defenses. And now you've got the book, right? They might have the book on Tua because they've studied him, but now Tua has the book on them. Now Tua knows how they're going to attack him, and now he can counterpunch. And so let's see both him and McDaniel and his dedicated QB coaches, try to counterpunch. And that's why this season is still going to – I think this season, look, if we don't do well, there's going to be excuses. If we do well, there's going to be I told you so's. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, this is –
right, exactly.
I'd
rather get you – to be honest with you, I'd rather get the I told you so's. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but look, you got 3 years under this coach, and you got several years with this quarterback. I mean, at this point, and you got a bunch of years with Chris Greer. This season, you've had your best roster on paper, which I think was last year. Now you have your experience, your medal, your learning lessons, your everything you could say. This year is going to tell, is this a winning formula with this philosophy and this culture and this franchise or not? And it doesn't mean you win a Super Bowl, but it means you were a true contender for one, or you were out of the running.
Correct, right.
Yeah, crypto. You're either out of the running in December, like last year, and even win your division, or you really win a playoff game and take a tough loss sometime in the playoffs. That's going to tell us everything this year because we've exhausted all variables. You know what I'm saying, crypto? We've exhausted all variables.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, look, one thing I know we blew the division, but the one thing I was proud of was the fact that we didn't luck into the playoffs. We didn't have to wait for anybody to lose. We cemented our spot, regardless of what seed it was. We cemented our spot into the playoffs.
True. I mean, that's a step forward for us for sure. Now, us blowing our division lead is another, but I agree with you.
Right,
I mean, yeah,
we
could blow it and still make it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was tired of getting standby tickets.
No, I agree with you. And plus, since we struggle so much at the end of the year, we usually didn't make those standby tickets work very well. So, I wish, we could have home playoff, but,
You could have went up there with Grumpy and took that ride up to KC and sat in the -4-degree weather.
That would have been brutal.
You and Grumpy would have been, Shake.
Hey,
you
man,
could have took that 10-hour ride with Grumpy.
We got a Texas tornado. We got the Texas legend in the building. What's going on, EM?
Shake Money.
What was that?
Shake. What's good, bro?
That's good. You already know Larry K.
What up, Ian?
What's that?
I'm not sure. Have we met, Larry K? Have we met?
Yeah, we've met. We've met.
Hey, man. Salute to you. Crypto, what's good, bro?
What's going on,
Jess?
man?
Kevin Lee.
Why the long faces, man? Damn. Somebody died or something?
Now we excited, man.
The season hasn't started yet. God damn it, Larry K, you got a long, bro. You got that long face already, bro. You already in mid-season mode.
I am, bro.
Mid-season form
Got
already,
to
bro.
get practice. Got to get practice, EM, on what's the
I've been
outcome.
training.
That is crazy, man.
No, that man
Yeah,
got a stress.
He's
Hey,
getting
listen,
practice.
this man got a stressful job, bro. That's why.
I hear you. I hear you, man. But yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
too, bro. The season is here. But Shake, I just kind of wanted to, I know I didn't want to disrupt anything y'all have going on up here, but there's some things I got to get off my chest real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know whenever.
Give me about 5 or 10 minutes, because Larry's.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Larry's gonna be on here for a few more minutes.
Cool.
And then
Cool.
Once he exits, the floor is all yours. All right.
Cool.
Sounds
Well,
good?
actually, it'd be me and Lewis, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
You doing
But
the picks
Larry,
too?
let me give some
you gonna
time
do
to
the picks
Larry, and
too,
then once
EM?
he's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna back out and send me a text when you're ready, Shake.
Bro, like I said, a few more minutes. Just hang out here.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's what's up,
bro.
All right.
All right. So this is what you kind of expect Tuesdays on Larry, Lucci, G, and Shake. You know what I'm saying? Every Tuesday at 7:00. Tell the people real quick what about the show, man.
Yeah, well, look, you guys see my name right there, Fanatic Fury. That's the name of the channel. So type in your Google search, type in your YouTube search, Fanatic Fury Larry K, and that channel is going to come up. If you're watching now, go over there and click subscribe so you don't miss a show. Go click subscribe, man. Every Tuesday night, we have a live show. Shake and I host that show. We got G, who's probably going to be doing an after-school special a little bit here because his college schedule changed a little bit. But he's a legend. And then you got Lucci coming in with his unique take on things. But we kind of lead the show. We do the good, the bad, the ugly. We have all these different segments that Shake has put a lot of time into. I've put a lot of time into. And we have a kind of objective, very coherent, very, straightforward discussion on the Dolphins. And on that channel on Mondays, most Mondays throughout the season, you'll have a live solo show with me, just reassessing the game and talking about my outlook and things. If you like what you hear from me, the commentary, just the way I approach it, click Fanatic Fury, go after that link, click search Larry K Fanatic Fury, subscribe to that channel, and we are back this coming Tuesday after the game talking Fins football, man. So join me and Shake over there with the supporting cast. We also allow people, to come up on the panel and talk to us and get their thoughts out. So join us.
Yeah, man. And remember, that's the home of In the Blender, where we had guests like Crypto, yourself, Larry, Lewis. EM wasn't on there, but guests, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. No, yeah, come on over there. That's where In the Blender is. That's Shake's
real
In the
cute,
Blender
Shake.
show.
That's real cute.
Hey, Shake, you might want to elaborate on that part.
But anyway, yeah, man. I know you got to get going. What are your final thoughts on this game, Larry? And what's your score prediction?
Look, I think we win this game. I'm going with a 28 to 21 type score here. I think our offense is going to come out in early season form, fresh, ready to attack. I think the defense, we're going to see what they do. I think Jacksonville does get some points on the board, but we are at home. It's going to be hot. And I think our offense is excited to kind of flex and show what they can do. I expect a win this week. And I think we'll see how the season unfolds with the roster we have and with the the outlook and expectations we have. So we'll see. But I appreciate you guys having me on, man. It was beautiful talking to you guys.
I'm gonna be there with my if we win, my traditional. I'm gonna pop open a bottle of Prosecco, and yeah, man, we're gonna celebrate our first win.
Sounds good, my bro. Sounds good. So. Hey, always a pleasure, gents. Always a pleasure. And I'll be back on this season, and I hope to see you guys over on my channel too. So go over to Fanatic Fury and subscribe, guys, and have a great night, fellas.
Fins up, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Larry.
Later, Lewis and the EM. Later, Crypto.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Later, Larry.
All right. Thanks, man. All right. Now that my guest is gone, this is the Smoke Lounge, so bring your smoke.
Smoke.
Damn, my bad, Shake. Hey, yeah. Hey, salute to Larry K, man. Absolutely. Y'all go over there and check out his channel, man. I got a lot of respect for what y'all got going on in Shake. So salute to all y'all gentlemen, man. But yeah, here we are. it's unfortunate sometimes, in life to where, things come up in life, issues come up, and, sometimes it's best to take the high road and just not, you know, address certain things in life. But then there's a time when you got to take a stand,
Yeah.
right? You got to put your foot down. You got to bring all 10, right?
Hold on, real quick. I'll never forget when Deion Sanders talked to he was talking about Tony Romo. He goes, I want to take the high road, but I don't have the address.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely don't have it. Not today. Not today, right? So at the end of the day, man, listen, we kind of, Tony and myself, as we all know, like the other night, whenever that was, Tony and I were on a panel the other night, and we addressed a certain individual in the community, right? CB83, I guess that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
And we addressed him again. He was the one that brought that to us. He came on the panel. We were already up here talking. Nobody mentioned his name. He took it upon himself to come up on the panel, and we were, if you go back and you replay the video, you watch the video. I asked him twice. Say, are you sure you want to do this, right? Why are you coming up here and being dramatic? Why are you taking this to the internet, right? So, and he said he didn't give a fuck about none of that. I'm going to I obliged him then, and I'm going to do that now, because apparently he dropped a segment. He had a show earlier, and it was brought to my attention that
it's still on, by the way.
Oh, is he still live right now? Okay, cool. And so it was brought to my attention that, again, he had my name in his mouth as well as others. He didn't necessarily name drop others, but he referenced certain situations that happened with other individuals, right? In my circle. So again, it was never my intentions to make any drama with this idiot public. When the private conversation I had with him, Lewis was on the phone. The three of us was on the phone. I just had to let him know, right, how I felt about him. He's just not the type that I want in my circle, right? And again, this is real high schoolish, but this is just what transpired. I'm just being truthful, right? I'm just being transparent. So I told him, you move around, you go your way, I go mine, right? Mm-hmm. You just not the type I fuck with. And CB, again, I think he was hurt in his feelings because, it wouldn't be the first time that he's expressed, his heart being broken to me and Lewis the way we were treating him. We'll get to that in a minute. So he clearly was in his feelings, and I basically just wanted him to move on. I said, bro, look, bro, you go your way, I go mine. I'm not even on the internet as consistent as I used to be, so we'll just move around. So he took it upon himself to DM me, and I immediately replied to him, what did I tell you? So that is why I blocked him, because he would not leave me alone. He would constantly blow my phone up about coming on his show, text messages about not only to me, but Lewis as well, right? Now, on his show, he said that he never reached out. He never asked for help. Now, let me ask you this, Shake. If you're going live, right, and you're sending a StreamYard link, and I'm not talking about once every blue moon. I'm talking about every single time you go live. You're hitting us up, trying to figure out what our schedules are that particular night, or whether or not we want to come on, and because whether or not we want to come on and come on this show with him. If you're doing that every single night, is that not the same thing of asking for help, in your opinion? Well, Shake, I know you want to remain neutral.
Yeah.
That's
listen, at the end of the day, CB is my dude. Yes, he is. So
okay. And I understand that, but but the question is, if you're doing that,
let me put it to you this way: I'm not going to put names. I've reached out to certain people to try to collab with them. They looked at my message and didn't even respond. I didn't say, well, fuck you then, you fucking cocksucker. No, I just moved on and live my life. Fuck it. They don't want to collab with me. It is what it is. If they ever come around to it, I'll collab. I'm not going to do what they did, but. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, listen, I'm worried about the people who do fuck with me. Fuck it.
And we should all be, right? We should all be that way, correct? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, my question is to crypto as well. If you have a channel and you are going live, you're reaching out to individuals daily,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4 times a week about, hey, can you come on? Dropping StreamYard links or whatever. Isn't that the same thing as asking for help? It can. I think a case can be
Yeah,
made that
Yeah. And there's
putting it
nothing
that way,
wrong
yes, yeah,
with
it
wanting
can,
help. You know what
yes,
I'm saying? And
So
by the way, real quick, let
that's
me address
indirectly
Fred real
asking
quick.
for
Let me
assistance.
address
Yes,
this. Let me
that's
address
that question.
Fred.
Yes, you are.
You are welcome, but on Fridays are open panels. You already know on the Smoke Lounge, I don't drop links. We've been through this 1,000 times, but on open panels Friday, you are welcomed. I know there's a lot of people that don't want you up here. I fought to keep you, so you could stay on here. You know what I'm saying? I fought for a lot of people that there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, don't bring them on the panels." Listen, when it comes Friday night, I don't
Lewis
give a
and
damn
Em
who's
is
on the
fighting for
panel.
you, Fred. Just want to put it out there. Lewis and
So
Em is fighting
listen,
for you, man.
this Friday,
They've been
bro.
working
Well,
hard
When
for
I
you.
drop the link,
don't break my
feel,
jaw,
feel
Fred.
free.
I don't want no smoke with you, homie. I don't want my
Feel
jaw
free.
broke.
They
Feel
fight
free.
hard
Feel
for you.
free. Feel free to come up here Friday, bro.
Well,
You're welcome here.
I want my jaw, bro. Fred, you're trash. Fred, you're trash. And again, Shake is a good dude. Shake is a brother of mine, and I love Shake. But you'll be trash on Friday when you come up too. You're trash every day of the week. It ain't gonna
Damn.
matter. You're trash.
Yeah.
You've been trash.
Yeah. Damn. Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay.
Hey,
All right. I
he's
lost my
fighting
train of
hard for
thought.
you, Fred.
Damn. So okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. So again, a case can be made that is when if a person it positions themselves to reach out to people as consistent as CB used to reach out to us, that is basically asking for help, right? Because apparently on his show he said that he's never asked for help, he's never done. Bro, I've got a laundry list of text messages, right, of him dropping StreamYard links, him asking us, can y'all come on? Can y'all do this? I've got text messages of him asking, like one of the more recent text messages of him asking me, basically saying that the community needs to hear me and you, EM. What does that sound like to you, bro? That is asking me again. That's asking anyone. If I said that to you, Shake, how would you interpret that?
Yeah.
Oh, the community needs to hear me and Shake. Bro, that's basically saying let's go, let's do a show, or let's collab, let's do this, let's do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is CB, and again, he's trying to save face, which is why he went live. And again, he didn't provide any documentation. And again, I want to encourage everybody that's listening right now, if he's live right now, go reach out to him and tell him to pull up and come on the panel right now. I want to extend, Shake, matter of fact, I would like, that's your man. You extend that invitation to him and tell him to pull up. And I want to hear him respond, right, to me, not only myself, but Lewis is included in this, right? About
and you know what? You and Luke can vouch for this. I do first. Obviously, sometimes I reach out to Luke because it's Smoke Lounge. He's a part of the Finn's Tailgate.
But that's different though. That's a totally different scenario.
But no. I'm get to my point.
Mm-hmm.
I have not once hounded you to come on the show. If you're available and you want the link, I always give it to you. But I never say, hey, EM, come on my show.
100%. Yeah, you're 100%. Like, bro, like Shake, you've already established yourself. You already have your own thing going on. Like you've got your situation with this channel as well as others. You up and running, right? Mm-hmm. So, but this other individual, right, CB83, again, constantly hitting not only myself but Lewis as well, right? To come on this show. And again, if you look at the numbers wise, whenever myself and Lou are on there, more recently, right? Again, those are his better shows. Like that's a fact. Like nobody's really pulling up and listening to see. At least I can't, right? Because he's boring as fuck. Like this is nothing I hadn't already communicated to him to himself. So at the end of the day, bro, the drama that's going on and again, he's trying to make it look like, again, he referenced drama. We're drama filled, me specifically, but Lewis and Tony as well, right? The implication was that we're dramatic, and he is distancing himself from us because no, that is not the case, right? First off, the person that brought this to the internet, about me blocking him. Who was that? That was CB83, right? You didn't see me run into the internet talking about, oh, look who I blocked. I blocked CB83. I blocked 2 people all the years I've been on Twitter. And we know who those individuals are, right? So he's accusing us of being dramatic. He's the one going to the internet, right? About me blocking him, trying to drum up support, right? That didn't go anywhere. Again, he came up on this panel. Nobody dropped his name the other day. When we were on this panel, we were trolling each other or whatever. Nobody dropped his name. He came up here, right, on the panel, talking crazy. And then again, what did I say to him? I gave him 2 opportunities. CB, you sure you want this information out, bro? Are you sure? Asked him twice. What did he say? He don't give a fuck about none of that. So I said, all right, bet, I got you. So at the end of the day, he's accusing us. He's accusing us to be dramatic. That is not the case, right? We distance ourselves from him, right? Period. Because we know how he moves. And again, I'll take that one on the chin, because against Lewis's better judgment, against Tony's better judgment, against Reason's better judgment, they told me to stop fucking with this dude, period. Why? And again, out of goodness of my heart, he reached out, and, at the time, I was like, well, CB, all right, he a halfway decent dude, right? I'll help him or whatever. I'll come on your show and, just, give you help, advice to get your channel the way you want it to get to. Because I know, again, basically what he's told me and Lewis, he really wants this YouTube shit, right? So at the end of the day, what happened recently, which is why, again, I want to address something else he said on this show. He said, like, the issue specifically, what the issue that surfaced recently was about him calling me out on a conversation. I had a disagreement with him, an issue that we were on the tailgate, and myself and his boy Nikki, we had a back and forth, right? And CB was in the chat, and he was critical of me being the aggressor towards Nikki during that engagement, right? So I didn't think anything of it, and I'm not going to get into what happened between him and Tony or whatever. I'll let Tony address that. But at the end of the day, I did not have a disagreement with anyone, because me and Lewis, we get into it, right? Me and Crypto, we get into it. Shake, you and I have gotten into it, right? Yeah. Myself, anybody that I'm friends with, we have disagreements. I don't have a problem with anyone disagreeing with me, right? The issue I have is when you're moving fraudulently, right? When you claim you're a quote unquote, again, he, CB, since day one, he's wanted to be in our circle, right? He's expressed to me and Lewis, and right now I would like for Lewis to kind of shed a little more light on that, to expand on it. But on a specific occasion, this man, right, when he felt like we were quote unquote replacing him in our circle, this man was emotional. His voice was cracking. His eyes was tearing up. Like he self-admittedly, he stated, man, I can't believe y'all are doing this to me. I thought y'all were replacing me with Ennis Campbell, right? In our circle. Lewis, can you expand a little more on that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly
let me see if I could, I've been meaning to tell you this, Luke, hold on. I think your volume is kind of low, bro. Yeah, you gotta. I can't set. Just see if you can put because you are coming in a little bit low.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, perfect. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, EM is spot on. The man literally, I guess he was on the phone. Must have been on the phone with EM first. I received a phone call with both EM and CB on the phone, and yeah, his exact words. And again, to EM's point, he was choked up. It really did affect him. His exact quotes were, I can't believe y'all are choosing Ennis Campbell over me. Right? Like, you're replacing me. Like, bro, like, men talk. Like, I talked to EM, but I talked to Crypto. Shake, me and you talked yesterday. Right? Like, I talked to multiple people. That doesn't mean, oh, Shake, I talked to you yesterday. I'm replacing you for EM. Like, if EM would call me and say, oh, well, I caught wind. You're good with Shake. You have a relationship with Shake. Are you trying to cut me out for Shake? I would look at EM sideways. I'd be like, bro, what is this? What is this dude talking about? Right?
Oh, and I'll give you a better example. When me and Crypto did Insomnia, you ain't like, oh man, How come you didn't include me in insomnia? You cut me out for crypto?
1000%, Shake. Because again, I don't move like that. EM doesn't move like that. You, crypto, a lot of us real men don't move like that. But I did want to address something, right? Because
He sent me a DM, Shake. Lewis sent me a DM. He said, "Why you cut him out? God damn it!"
crypto don't start that bullshit. But I do want to touch on something, right? Because EM is a good friend of mine, and he does catch a bad rap, right? Because everybody says Trouble follows EM, or he's the trouble starter, or whatever. Again, what EM just said was spot on. It was a private phone call where EM basically told CB, and I was there. I verbatim heard what the conversation was. He told CB, "Hey, no hard feelings. You do you. I'ma do me. Keep it pushing." Now, in a group text thread, CB is the one that kept trying to reach out to not only myself, but EM after EM told him that, right? Now, this is the problem I have with the whole situation. If a man tells you there's no drama, there is no beef, you go your way, I go mine, on a private phone call where nobody is privileged to this. See, this is where people that are going to listen to this and heard what CB tried to do earlier, they're going to be like, well, there goes Lewis again. There goes EM again, causing drama. The problem I have, right, is on that private phone call, none of these listeners would have been knowing about this. But the day after, because again, EM basically tells a man, I don't mess with you, go your way. That man decided to put out on the internet, on Twitter, right? That's the next day I see it. CB is the one that tweets out, "Can you believe this man EM blocked me?" EM didn't cause that. EM didn't make that public. EM wasn't out in the community starting drama. That was CB. Clout chasing, right? Because EM's name matters in the community. People know EM's name in the community. So a clout chaser will use someone's name. See, but people will be like, well, EM is the one that started it. No, CB started it. The other day when we were on the panel, we were joking around. No one had mentioned CB. Guess who shows up in the chat? Oh, can you believe, chat, that EM blocked me? That was CB that started that. That wasn't EM that started that. And hold on, Shake, this is the problem, right? Because this is how the internet moves. The other day it happened with me, with a guy named Sharif. Oh, Lewis is clout chasing out here. Again, I wasn't even on the panel. He mentioned my name. If you go back to that stream, you can hear verbatim Sharif say, oh, somebody go get Lewis. Somebody go get the Rabbit Dolphin. But I'm the clout chaser, right? Mm-hmm. But EM is the problem starter, right? No, the problem is people want to hear this clout chaser named Lewis. People want to hear this problem starter like EM. The problem is no one gives two flying fucks about Sharif or CB83. So what they do is they use and abuse and talk about us to get their names out.
All right.
To try to make them seem like there's something. I don't like that. Keep it pushing. CB, no one fucks with you. Keep my name, EM's name, and everybody else's name that you're trying to clout chase off out your motherfucking mouth. Period. And we wouldn't have to address issues like this.
Or let me ask you this, because CB ain't here yet. But let me ask you this:
Is he coming? Did he answer you back? Is he coming?
No, not yet. But
did he say he was coming? Did he say he was coming?
No, I haven't. He hasn't replied yet.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, y'all go tag that fool and tell him to pull up. Somebody in the chat. You know how y'all do. But go ahead, Shake. My bad.
No, here's the thing. All right, let me put the plays that devil's advocate, because like I said CB's my guy too. You know what I'm saying? CB, I think he has good fundamentals. As he was a coach at the high school level. He played football for Howard University. So, he does have some good football knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
We're not here to discuss. Again, I got to do.
Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
So what benefit does he have of clout chasing? I think, being that he has good acclimates and things of that nature, he.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would be the point of
It-
him trying to
Well,
clout
my,
chase?
my my opinion, we all know how this internet game works, right? We all know that. We're not here to debate. Now, again, I have a difference of opinion of his knowledge level than you, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree on that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, we know how the internet, what the nature of the internet is. It's about reputation. It's about name recognition. It's about people. You know, people fuck with you or they don't, right? And it's levels to this. Some people, again, and again, I'm not here to say that I'm the most, respected or people, more people fuck with me than the average Joe Blow. I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to debate that. I'll leave that up to the subscribers, the people on Twitter, the people on YouTube, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I'll leave that up to the numbers. But at the end of the day, we all know how the internet works, right? And again, I don't set the rules. The YouTube streets set the rules. The Twitter streets make the rules, right?
Yeah.
It's all about who fucks with you and who don't. And the numbers bear, they let the world know who is on what level. And at the end of the day, in terms of CB83 specifically, right, we can all agree at the end of the day, the real ones know. When you compare his name to Lewis's, when you compare his name to EM Dolphin fan, there's no conversation that needs to be had. That is a fact. So at the end of the day, it's levels. And again, I don't make the rules. The numbers do. So again, it is what it is, bro. And again, I'm not here to say, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but this is what the streets, these are the rules that have been in place for a long time. I didn't put the rules here, but they've been in place. So at the end of the day, him trying to get his name up, his channel up, his exposure up, his respect level up, right? What's the quickest way? And this is not relative to CB83, but anybody. What's the quickest way to get your name recognized in terms of the internet and on YouTube and on Twitter? I need to attach myself to somebody that's been around a little more, that might be a little more established. That's the motivation.
Yeah, and you know what? And I'm all right. Again, I'm gonna let you need. I'm gonna let you need me to finish this. All right, check this out. You have two people, okay? Both started with TD Finstock. Larry L and I mean, I'm no disrespect to him, and then Reason, okay? Both started with TD. Both, started off with the established guy like TD, helped build their brand. But the only difference between the two is when they both branched off, Reason skyrocketed, and Larry L was kind of like where I'm at, he wasn't down in the bottom, but at the end of the day, he didn't rise. Reason
and that's
helped. It did help him to get in the game, but at the end of the day, Reason's knowledge and Reason's
his talent level dictate what level he could get. And we're all this is where we all are, right?
Yeah.
People, again, I don't make the rules. The YouTube streets make it, the Twitter street. People fuck with who they fuck with. And if you're more generally, whatever it is that gets you over with the audience, right? It's levels to it. Some people are just gifted a little more. And again, take that up with God. I'm not out here distributing gifts to humanity, right? That's a creator situation. And you can have that Q&A session whenever you meet him. And that's with everybody, right? But at the end of the day, so again, but people, people that are that when they want the clout, it was never my intention to be an internet personality, bro. Never. Right? Never wanted to start a platform. Now, me and Reason branched off from TD Foolish Talk, right? And again, people that in the know, they know the story, right? But it never was my intentions to be an internet personality. I just like to get on the internet, get my shit off, pop my shit about my team, and keep it pushing. That was the strategy. And that hasn't changed to this day. So at the end of the day, I can't, some people it's a few people in the community that fuck with EM, right? They've heard me over the years, right? And they just happen to fuck with me. It's a few people that fuck with me and the average person, they subscribe to me and they follow me a little more than the average person. And that's cool. It don't make me any better than anybody. It's just that, again, in terms of the personality, in terms of knowledge base, in terms of everything that comes with, right, being a influencer, right? Again, there's levels to this. And at the end of the day, if you in a position like CB, right, and then again, I'm not condemning him. I'm not knocking his hustle. Get your money, or anybody, get your money. But at the end of the day, bro, when you compare his name to that name to the Rabid Dolphin, EM Dolphin fan, or others, reasons of the world. There ain't no conversation need to be had. And so, and an individual like him, he's consumed with getting to with this internet, YouTube stuff. Like he wants that clout. He's seeking validation, in my opinion, right, from that quote unquote clout. And when you encounter individuals like that you could be playing a dangerous game, because again, you look at how dramatic he has been. Again, he's accusatory of us. Tell him to pull up. Oh, he in the chat. Pull up, CB.
Shout out, by the way, shout out to hold on real quick. Shout out to Fins Up Winsy with the $5 donation. Fins for the win. No more drama. Unity. # unity.
So, and again, he accusing us of being cornballs, but yet he was 15 minutes on the phone with myself, Lewis, and as well as Tony. He was on his knees, bro, apologizing for any offense that he brought to me and anybody. I just want to be a part of what y'all got going on. I just want to be a part of the crew, dog. I just want to be in the circle. Lewis, can you expand a little more on that as well? You recall that conversation, bro?
Yeah,
by the way,
absolutely.
CB, I gave you the link if you want to come up. Just
tell him to pull up.
That was one of the last conversations we had with CB, and yes, he apologized to UEM. He was saying he was sorry, and he did illustrate that he just wanted to be a part of conversations and what we had going on. So, like, I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to nothing. I'm here to tell the truth. And I just think it's weird. It's funny energy how people move, and then again, it's they want to play a game. They want to create a narrative, right? But it's lies. It's based all on lies. Like the receipts are out there. Everybody knows how situations have happened. And then we come out on the internet and we try to paint a picture of something totally different, right? Like, bro, just stand on what it is.
He's pulling up, by the way.
Again, pull up. What is it? Like, I'm going to be honest. You can pull up all you want. The shit ain't going to matter. I'm not about to sit here and argue back and forth with someone. He's lying, bro. Now, you can believe the liar if you want to, but he's lying, period.
Like you have confirmations from 3 different people, right? What motivation does Tony has to lie? What motivation does Lewis have to lie? What motivation do I have to lie? I'm not the one that went to the internet and made all this drama shit public. He did that. He went running around, EM is gatekeeping. People trying to gatekeep me, right? Trying to draw. And again, what the motivation is other than clout chasing, I'm still trying to figure that out, right? Trying to drum up support. Like EM is, no, I blocked you because I don't fuck with you, right? I blocked you because you would not fucking stop texting me. Stop calling Andy after 30 minutes after I told you, bro, keep it pushing. Don't fuck with me. Don't reach out to me at all. He sends me a advertisement of his show in my fucking DMs, bro. I say, I'm like, bro, what did I just tell this dude? And then boom, I blocked 2 people since I've been on the internet, 2. And we know who those individuals are, and CB is one of them. So, bro, stop with again, your motivation is clout chasing because you're lying. Everything that you said on your show, bro, is a fucking lie. So what's the motivation? Again, you're trying to get your numbers up. You're trying to get your name up, and you're trying to attach yourself to myself as well as Lewis, as well as other people, bro. All you doing is clout chasing. But at the end of the day, man, that's a short-sighted type of strategy because you don't have in my opinion, right? My evaluation of you on the internet as an influencer, you don't have the talent to sustain whatever buzz you think you might get by coming up on this fucking panel, lying your motherfucking ass off. You don't have the talent to sustain that. That's the difference between niggas like you and me, or myself and Lewis, or Reasons of the World, or other people in the community, bro. You don't have the talent. You don't have the talent level to sustain that. That is a fact.
And I understand we're heated, but please.
My bad. Did I say the N-word? My bad. So at the end of the day, bro, like this is gonna be the last time I address this dude, right? Which is why I wanted you to reach out to him to tell him to pull up, give him a link, tell him to pull up. Right? This is the last time I want to address this. Because it was never my intentions to make this information public in the first place.
And that's really where I'm at, right? Like, how did we get here? Why are we on this panel right now addressing it? Why did he address it earlier on his show? Why did we have that, again, the last episode on TFTG, I think it was Friday night or whatever, Friday or Saturday night when this issue came up. CB was in the one in the chat. He brought it up. Go back and watch that stream. No one mentioned the name CB83 until he got in the chat talking about, oh, EM blocked me. EM did this. Me, myself, EM, Tony, nobody that's implicated in what CB is saying went to Twitter and tweeted out that EM blocked CB. That was CB83 that did that. All this internet stuff, and I see everybody in the chat, just talk football, just talk this. Were y'all in CB83's chat when he was talking shit? Were y'all saying just talk football?
Y'all know, right? That's crazy.
Because the problem is, it's Lewis is the problem, and EM is the problem, and all these other people are the problem. No, we are just the problem solvers. We come out here and address issues that need to be addressed. CB83 is the one that made this a public issue. He put it out on Twitter. He comes in the chat saying, oh, here this man did this man did this. It's all him. Now we are addressing him, but we didn't start this. The clout chaser did. Period.
And if you think for 1 second I'm worried about these fucking idiots in the chat, again, any of y'all in the chat, right? That invitation that I've been giving out since 2019, let me know whether you're 20 miles outside Dallas-Fort Worth, right? Let me know. That way you can pop out. I got 2 options for you. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, or goddamn it, we playing Call of Duty. I'll let you decide. So I'm gonna extend that. I want to extend that invitation to all you fucking idiots in the chat that you think all this cute talk, all this gay talk, or whatever that you're doing, this trolling you're doing right now. I want to make sure you get that invitation, 100%. So at the end of the day, bro, Shake, it's sad that we got to be here today, bro, because again, it never was Lewis's intentions, never my intentions, never Tone's.
Hey, what's up?
It never was Tone's intentions to make this public. And again, I didn't even tell anyone that I blocked CB. Not one person, right? I get people reaching out to me, damn, EM, you blocking people now, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they sending me screenshots of this dude putting this out on the internet. But we're the dramatic ones though, right? So he's calling us cornballs, but yet he's begging, again, apologetic, want to hang around us, right? Why are y'all doing me like this? Y'all trying to replace me, right? He's the one emotional about that, but yet we're the cornballs, but yet you're trying to get in that circle. You're trying to stay in that circle. You're trying to, be quote unquote our friends, right? But we're the cornballs, right? And on top of that, we're the dramatic ones. Like, who went to the internet? But yet he's trying to paint a picture like we're the ones that, again, this was supposed to be a private situation that remained that way. But he took it upon himself to go to the internet with all of this. And it's sad. But yet he's trying to paint us in a different light. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh man. I sent him the link again. Hopefully he be
he ain't pulling up.
No, he had some troubles. Okay, hold on. I gotta send him. Give me a second.
He ain't pulling up.
No, he's pulling up. I just gotta send it to him on I'm gonna send it to him on Twitter.
Text it to him. You got his number, don't you?
I did, but for some reason it's not. That one's not working. Hold on.
I'm gonna get that man 5 minutes
All right.
to pull up. And again, we extended. We're giving him the opportunity to come up and attempt to explain his side of the story. Right? That's a hell of a lot more than what he extended to us, because he did his whole show and he was going off. And again, we didn't get the same courtesy, right? We didn't get the same courtesy. So we extended that invitation to him, right? And give him the opportunity to pull up and explain himself. So I'm gonna give that man 5 more minutes. right? Because I got stuff to do.
All right, here we go. All right, I sent to them on Twitter this time. Hopefully it works.
He said he said in the chat that he was pulling up, right?
Yeah. No, he wanted me to send it to him on Twitter.
So yeah. Oh,
By
okay.
the way, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes I'm gonna put y'all in the back. Let CB talk, and then once CB's done, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes to respond. I'm gonna put him in the back. That way, there's no interrupting, no yelling back and forth.
You doing it now?
Well, as soon as he gets up.
I thought he was backstage. My bad. I'm tripping. So again, like I said, I'm gonna give him 5 minutes, and if he ain't pulling up, I got stuff to do.
Right.
So this will be the last time that I address CB. Now, again, hopefully he'll move on and keep it pushing like I initially instructed him to do, right? Because again, there's no reason why we should be here right now discussing a private conversation, a private situation publicly. There's no reason for that. None. So yeah. I didn't see that. Oh, hang on. So, Mr. 3-incher, bro, you say you close by the city. Reach out to me on Twitter, bro. DM me. We gonna leave that. We will leave that conversation off the internet. Yeah. You see my name. It's the same. You see my logo on Twitter. Reach out to me.
Damn, I see Jay Miami in here talking about 5 minutes is up. Let's talk football. I'm surprised Jay Miami don't fire up a space to talk football. Oh, he'll be talking to himself. That's another nigga that no one cares about.
I don't even know who that is, bro. I have no idea who that is.
Hey man, again, listen.
Jay Miami coming on.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, y'all thought I wasn't gonna pull up, bro. This is crazy. This is
All right, like I said, hold on. I'm gonna give.
Hey, this is super corny. And what's crazy about this is these dudes will get on here and literally lie to y'all on the internet and say I beg them to do anything with them. That's the crazy part. Lewis will get up here and lie and say I begged him to be a part of what they had. What are y'all a part of, bro? What do y'all have? Bro, what do y'all do? Absolutely nothing but talk shit and carry on and act like a bunch of chatty patties. Like what have I ever asked you to be a part of, bro? Like what are we talking about? Y'all
You done?
Are you really serious? And for you to get and no, I'm definitely not done. For you to get up here and act like I've tried to be a part of what you wanted to be a part of. EM, you've called me countless times and said, yo, you need to be more consistent. You're really good at what you do. You need to be more consistent. I don't have time to. And because I'm not on your watch, like you want to try to outcast me like I'm the mean girls, bro.
No. That's trying to help you, bro. That ain't nothing but that's encouragement, bro.
Hey,
well,
but
first off, I never said you were good at what you do. What I said was you need to be more consistent. That's what I said.
You've clearly.
Let's be true. Let's be real now. I never said. Let's be real now.
You've came to me a number of times and said, "Yo, you and Lou should do this. You and Lou should do that, bro. You stop getting on here and lying, bro. Like you a grown ass man and you on the internet lying about what you've said to me. I have screenshots of text messages.
Where they at then?
I'll put them on the internet. I'll put them on the internet for you.
We know you. We know you real good at that.
Like
put them on the internet.
This is, bro. You are literally going around the community and lying, bro. That's what's crazy to me. And Lou, you get up here and co-sign this bullshit too. Lou get up here and say, I begged you to do. Oh, I begged.
So-
he begged me. He begged us to be a part of what? What the fuck are y'all a part of, bro? Hold on, I'm not done yet. I'm not.
Okay, go ahead.
What are y'all a part of that is tight? Like, what are y'all doing as a group that is like killing shit? Like, absolutely nothing. Like, let's be real. All y'all do is run around and talk shit about people and get kicked off of every other panel because you got
really?
drama with cats.
Really?
And Ian,
let
me
really?
tell you. Let me tell you
really,
how
dog?
Let me tell you how
really?
this shit started. I'm gonna tell you how this shit really started. This shit started the show where TFTG had the Trump show, right? So TFTG had the Trump show, and EM and Big Nick were going back and forth, right? So this is the Trump show after he got the assassination attempt or whatever. EM is up there saying, hey, Big Nick, you keep this, you have all this energy, you're pro-black, all this pro-black, right? But you go at me, Lewis, and everybody else about Dolphins takes, right? And I was like, what? Why is that the conversation? I was like, okay, he's going at you for Dolphins takes. He's not going at you based on your black or your Spanish or whatever you are. We go at everybody over Dolphins.
No. That's not all.
So
that's not everything, CB.
Hang
on, let's stop it right there. Hang on real quick.
Can I finish?
Yeah, you can, but let me stop you right there.
I don't need you to stop me. Let me finish what I'm saying first. So that's how it started, right? And I got in the chat and I said, EM, and y'all can go back and look at the show. Guys, you can go look at the show. I literally said in the chat, yo, EM, why is this the topic of conversation? You kind of taking it far off. You're way off point. Like, why are you taking it here? At the same time, I'm saying this in the chat. I'm texting this to EM personally, and I'm texting this to EM and Lewis in a group chat. So I clearly want him to see the message. I clearly want him to see it. So Tony screenshotting the message and saying, oh, this is what CB did in the chat yesterday. He was calling you out. That's fine. I wanted him to see it, bro. What are we talking about? Like, y'all act like some corny ass girls, bro. Like, and then you call me, and then you twist the conversation. There ain't no twisting shit, bro. This is what it is. I'm straight up with mine. I'm 10 toes on my shit. 10 toes on it. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Straight.
Are you 10 toes about apologizing? Nigga talking about EM. I'm sorry I offended you. You ain't 10 toes on that.
Apologize. I didn't apologize.
Oh, you didn't. All right. But go ahead. You can finish.
You and Lewis called me, and you were like, "Oh, well, Tony said you were saying this in the chat," and I said, "Yeah, you damn right, I said it." And you were like, "Well, why? Well, I can't really fuck with a cat who will go and say it publicly, but and won't do it behind closed doors." No, bro, I stand 10 toes on mine. You took the conversation somewhere it didn't need to go. I told you straight up. I told you straight up in the chat. I ain't apologize for shit. So don't get on here and say I apologize for nothing. Y'all can suck my dick. I don't apologize to nobody. I only apologize to my wife, and that's it. So talk about apologize. I ain't apologize to you, nigga. You, bro, get up here, lie all you want to.
Are you done?
I didn't apologize to you. Hey,
are you done?
So when I didn't,
you done?
So when I didn't apologize, when I
are
didn't,
you done?
Here we go. So when I didn't apologize,
CB, real quick. Please.
So real quick. So when I didn't apologize, let me finish, Shake. Let me finish. I'm
just saying, don't use the N-word, please.
Okay, my bad. So when I didn't apologize, you basically went to Twitter and blocked me, but you didn't block me because of that. I don't know what you blocked me for, but what I do is when I send out messages to my show about my show on Twitter, I click the link, I send it to everybody. So it's sent to you, even though you weren't really talking to me. I don't care. Like, it wasn't a big deal. I sent it to you. You said, "Oh, don't send this to me." I was like, "Yeah, all right, man, whatever." And then you blocked me. Like, come on, bro. Don't get up here and say I apologize. If I apologize,
Are you done? Can you wrap this up, CB?
No, I'm not wrapping it up because you lying. Right. Y'all lying.
All right. Okay.
And Lewis quiet as a church mouse because he know he up here lying too. Okay. I apologize.
Nah,
like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm quiet because Shake said when you come up to let you talk.
Yeah. Come on,
Shake,
bro. Hey,
well,
and y'all,
Shake,
hey,
put
and
this,
y'all,
Shake, put
hey,
this fucking clown in the back.
oh yeah, you put me in the back
see,
now.
hey,
Yeah. Okay, put me in the back now.
Well, I just
Bro,
want
you
to,
corny, bro.
I just want to address something real quick, right? Because this is what I don't like what we're doing. See, you said Lewis said begging. I never once said
You
begged
said you
shit.
just said I was begging
Shake,
I will
Hey,
apologize.
hang on. I want to make sure, Lou, real quick.
What?
CB, are you absolutely done? Because I don't want you interrupting, right? Nobody interrupted you. You got your shit off.
This
Are
is
you done?
This
Are
is
you done,
corny.
CB?
Hey,
Are you done?
I'm done. Hey,
Are you
y'all,
done?
hey, you know where I
Are
stand
you
on
done?
it. Y'all, hey,
I just
y'all,
got one question.
You done, right?
One question
You're done.
before you go.
You've came to
real
me.
quick.
You've
Real
came to
quick,
me
I just
multiple
want-
times
real
about
quick,
Lewis
again,
starting a show with me.
real quick. And
Lewis
that's
has
fine.
talked about starting the show. Lewis has been on my panel multiple times. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
We've
EM got
already
you.
admitted. I already acknowledged
crazy,
that. I
bro.
already acknowledged that,
It's
bro.
crazy. EM got you up here acting reckless, Lewis.
No,
This is crazy. Got you crashing out. Got you crashing out over him. Over him blocking
Shay,
me.
can you mute
Bro,
him?
you corny, bro.
Because listen,
You
nobody
a cornball.
interrupted him, bro. Nobody interrupted him.
CB, can I ask you a question?
Cornball.
You're right. A word cornball. That's fine, CB.
Cornball, dog.
So again, you're absolutely right. You're saying we're cornballs, we're liars, we're this, right?
If I lied, let me know if I lied about something. What I just said.
Perfect. I'm not saying you're lying about nothing. I want to
Okay.
see, because you just said 10 toes, right? That's what you stand on,
10
right?
toes.
Bet that up. Did I receive a phone call? Because you said that Lewis and EM call you all the time. Now, I just want to know. I need them toes.
We used to call each other. What are we talking about?
I'm not cutting you off. I didn't cut you off not one
Bro,
time.
what are
You
we?
mentioned me. You said, "Oh, Lewis is quiet as a church mouse." Now I'm talking. You're trying to talk over me. I just need them toes. Did you not call me and EM saying, "I cannot believe you sold me out and you're throwing me off the block for Ennis Campbell"? Did you say that? Yes or no?
First of all,
Did
hey,
you say that?
Did you say that? No. It's a yes or no question. Did you say that?
And I will provide.
And did you admit that you were in your feelings? Did you not say that, CB?
Bro,
where them toes at? No.
Hey,
I need all 10 on that, bro. I need all 10 on that. We need that.
Can I answer? So
the internet needs that. We need all 10 on that. Did you say that?
All right, here's what's gonna happen. All right, CB, I'm gonna let them. You guys gonna have about 2 minutes each. I'm gonna give you guys a minute each. Whatever. I'm gonna let Lewis and EM up here, and then once you guys are done, I'm gonna let CB up here to rebuttal.
Shay, Shay, at the end of the day,
I was trying to answer the question.
He ain't gonna tell the truth. He ain't gonna tell the truth, Shay. He won't tell the truth, bro. He ain't gonna do that. And I want to clear something up real quick. I didn't say you apologized to me over the recent issue. What I said was you apologized on the phone in the presence of Tony, as well as myself and Lewis, about a previous issue that we had, right? I told you then, right? I don't fuck with you. At that time, I was going to cut you off, right? Because I was like, bro, we just different folks, whatever. We can disagree, have disagreements or whatever, but we'll just move around. Is that not accurate, CB? Did I not tell you that before this last issue? Did I not tell you that then?
All right, hold on. Now, before Lewis, you have anything before I bring him up and put you guys in the back?
I just want that goddamn question answered, Shake. That's it.
Okay. Go ahead, CB. The floor is yours.
Bro, this is funny. So, yes, I said that in joking around, right? Now, the situation is that I had Ennis, Lewis, and EM on my show with Big Nick on a panel, right? So, during the show, they jumped Big Nick on a take that he had. And they were like jumping all over him, and then it became an argument, right? So I'm like, bro, chill. Like, why are y'all acting like this? It's not that serious. But Lewis and EM have a problem with Big Nick, even way from way back. So they've always had issues, right? So Ennis ends up leaving the show because he's mad because I didn't let him get his shit off. Because I didn't let him gang up on Big Nick with EM and Lewis. So all of them leave the show, and they're mad because I don't let them gang up on Big Nick, right? So that's the issue. And they basically went off and ran in the corner and played with Ennis and said, "Oh, Ennis, you're going to be a part of our crew. We're going to bring unity in the Dolphins community. We're going to do all this stuff." Everybody remembers this, right? Like Ennis at one point was everybody's enemy. Then he becomes EM and Lewis's best friend, right? And then after becoming his best friend, he does something to he says something to Nene in the DMs, and then they basically turn on him, and it's a whole ordeal, right? So I was making a joke of it, like, bro, y'all really, so now y'all mad at Ennis, so now y'all want to be cool again. I was like, oh, okay, y'all pushed me to the side for that boy Ennis, but now he's like outcasted from the community because he said something to Nene. So that's what it was. Like, what are we talking about? They literally laugh about it every time I say it. Right? And then they'll get up here and make it seem like it was a big ordeal. Shit, I'll be laughing about this shit. When I say that, I said, hey, yeah, y'all put me to the side for that nigga Ennis. Now where Ennis at? Like in doing like that. So that's what it was. Like it was never anything serious. Like they'll get up here and say, "Oh, you did, bro, you laughed." They laugh about it all the time. Yeah. If they can get up here and say they haven't laughed about it, I will say, yeah, you're right. But when you put them back upstage, ask them, hey, have you laughed about this countless times? They will say yes. And if they're not lying, they will say yes. Like, and y'all are trying to make that into a situation. Ask them if anything I said before that was lies. I don't look, Shake. This is what I don't do. I don't get on the internet and lie about nothing. Like, I don't have a reason to. I have never begged them to be in their group. I have never begged them to be a part of what they are part of. Yeah. I literally, I considered them my friends at one point, and we would talk on the phone. We would talk about Dolphins. We would get up on panels and have conversations, right? Yeah. So this is what happens when you have, and this is what happens with some grown men. Like some grown men have such big egos that it's like they can't be checked when somebody calls them out on their bullshit. And when I call EM out on his bullshit, he didn't like it. Therefore, he blocked me. Therefore, we are here. And that's what it is. And bro, it ain't a big deal. I'm gonna keep it pushing. It ain't no pressure to me. I just know where I stand with cats. And even when EM blocked me, Lewis is acting funny too. It's like, oh, so you acting funny because I got problems with EM? That's your boyfriend? Like bro, this shit is corny. That's what I'm on. This shit is corny. And at some point, y'all boys need to grow the fuck up and stop acting like little ass kids. And that's where I'm at with it. I appreciate you having me up, Shake. I'm glad I could get up here and tell my side of the story.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told them. I'm a neutral party, and you know what I'm saying?
Shake, I know, but Shake, and I know you neutral. And it's a lot of cats out here that are neutral and keep it real. Like I don't have anything to lie about. I get on here and do Miami Dolphins stuff because I want to do it. I have fun with it. I'm not on here to be the king of takes, the king of Dolphins takes. I don't want to be the puppet master, like EM says, behind the scenes, like working all the inner workings of the Dolphins community. Bro, that shit don't do nothing for me. Like this shit, Miami Dolphins, bro. This is fun to me. Like when cats get on here and make it like, I'm apologizing. He begged us, bro. I ain't never begged nobody for shit, bro. What you talking about? Like what, bro? I'm a grown ass man. Talking about beg anybody, apologize to anybody. What did I apologize for? If I apologize, it was for something I did wrong. If I do something wrong, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna apologize. If I feel like I fucked up. If I ain't fucked up, I ain't apologizing. Point blank. Period. It is what it is.
All right. You finished?
Yeah, I'm done, man. I appreciate you having me up. These boys can have at it, man. Have at it, fellas.
No.
Don't run. No. No. Don't run. No, sir. Bro,
You see, Shake. You see. No, hold on, EM, because I'm gonna get up out of here. This is where the man lies. Now he brought up this situation when Ennis Campbell was up on the panel with us, right? First off, let me be very clear for the real ones that know about that situation. I played the ever living dog shit out of Ennis and his motherfucking crew because they've done some nasty shit to me where they will have to own up to that bullshit. Let me just clear that up. The real ones know. The second part is This is what's funny, and this is about the hypocrisy, Shake, that I bring up every goddamn time in this motherfucking community. Now, you heard what CB said, right? EM, Lewis, and Ennis were trying to jump Little Nicky, right? Now, CB, that has a relationship with Little Nicky, he didn't like that, right? Now, for all the dumbasses that are in the chat listening as well, how many times have you watched CB bully Pete when Pete is up on a panel with CB and everybody is bullying Pete, right? Does CB say, oh, you guys, just stop. Don't jump him. Don't do that. Nah, CB's laughing and cracking jokes and jumping Pete, right? Don't he do that? Has everybody else seen CB83 bully other people? Right? He don't have a problem. What his problem was, he has a relationship with dumbass Little Nicky, and he didn't like that we were calling Little Nicky out, but to use CB's words. He called me and EM out. No, we were calling his homeboy off because his homeboy is dumb as fuck too and was saying some dumbass shit. So when we called him out on it, he didn't like it. Right? But this is the lies that they'll tell you. Oh, they were bullying Little Nicky. No, so again, Shake, have you been on panels where Pete's been getting bullied?
Mm-hmm.
Has CB ever stopped and said, everybody, oh, what are we doing here? Why are we bullying Pete? Have you heard him say that, Shake?
Not that I can recall.
Has anybody ever heard CB talk about,
No.
oh, stop bullying anybody in the community? Has anybody heard it? I'm asking for a friend. But you see how this liar does, right? You see how the liar will come out and tell you, oh, I want to be this in the community. Bro, stop. He's a clout chasing, cross-eyed son of a bitch. That's what he is. Period. Bro, this bullshit about, oh, Lewis and that, ask EM. And I'm not trying to throw EM under the bus. EM used to tell me, you and the Shake, CB got a good dynamic and stuff. Y'all should do a show together. I used to tell EM, I ain't with it. I ain't feeling it. That is a fact. This narrative he's trying to put out, oh, I never begged him to do that. Again, he came up there, Shake. I told you before you put me in back. What is the only thing I said? I just want that question answered. You let that man Shake up here for 4 minutes. He didn't even address the answer. Did he not say it? Did he not call me and EM? Again, I was working when I got that phone call. Oh my God, you really guys chose Ennis over me. That's how he sounded, but now he didn't.
And again, but he admitted to it. Hey, he admitted to it, Lou, but he said he was quote unquote joking, bro. This man,
Yeah, he
like,
was trying to say he was joking. Yeah.
bro, I quadrupled down. I asked this man 4 times, bro. Twice on the phone call and then twice privately. I said, CB, you really was in your feelings about that? Because me and Lou, that was never our intention to even do nothing like that. He was on something totally different, bro. Right? Again, to use his words in terms of replacing him in our crew, right? Again, that's what we are. That's what we think of ourselves. We ain't trying to bother nobody. We just like to, click up and talk about and get our shit off about our team. Period. Nothing more, nothing less privately. We ain't even on the internet. That's a private thing, right? So now not only us, but as well as other people in the community, right? You know who you are. But at the end of the day, first he said he didn't say it, right? Second, then he doubled back and said, oh, I said it, but I was joking. I quadrupled down on asking this man twice on the phone in the presence of Lewis and then twice privately. I said, bro, you was really feeling some type of, yeah, EM, that shit hurt me, dog. A direct fucking quote, bro. But yet you sit up here lying on the fucking internet talking about, oh, I was joking. Man, get the fuck out of here, Nick. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah. And this shit is fucking ridiculous, dog. Again, he is accusing us of being dramatic. Again, he brought all this to the internet first.
Hey. By the way, real quick, Lewis, you still down to do that episode tonight, or you can't make it?
Hey, Shake, man, it is what it is, man. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Is Alex gonna be? And Alex and Tony gonna be a part of it too?
Yeah, again, I don't know about Alex. I think Tony would be willing to do it. Yeah.
Just so you know, Finsanity is gonna make a guest appearance. So.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit got me hot though, man. I just don't like. I don't like the lying, bro. Just keep it 100. That's it.
I know, bro. Again, if I did something, I'm gonna stand on that, bro. 100. Anybody that knows me knows that to be factual information. But when you come up here lying, straight lying through your teeth, bro, you talking about you never, bro. And I posed a question to you again, to the panel, right? Anybody, if a man has a platform and they are constantly calling you, texting you, right, DMing you. Can y'all pull up? Can y'all come? Here's the StreamYard link. Is that not, that's asking for help. Bro, we're not on our names aren't on your channel. That's CB83 shit. You should be able to just go do your thing, get your shit off. You started that by yourself. Go ahead and build your channel by yourself, right? You don't need the help of other people. But this man, bro, again, this man constantly calling, text messaging, bro. Y'all pulling up, y'all coming? Come on, bro. Come on and come through, bro. Stop it, CB. You're ridiculous, bro. You know goddamn well, right? You know you was begging, reaching out. You needed help, right? And again, the shit that he said about me offering advice, bro. That shit is, bro. I was just trying to help the man, trying to put him on game, bro. You need to be more consistent about what you're doing, CB. And I would share and just lace him up with different things to get his numbers up, right? To get more consistency, just to get his channel, because I know he wants that shit. That was encouragement, bro. And this nigga is up here acting like that was a problem. Are you serious?
Well, he said he used the words, he's 10 toes down. Now, he came up here, he spewed a lot of nonsense, a lot of lies, right? Now, what's funny to me is that man went to Twitter to say EM blocked him, right? Without EM doing anything. He went to a live chat on T.F.T.G to break the news that EM blocked him, right? That's what CB did. Now, this is the same man that came up here 5 minutes ago telling everybody he's 10 toes down. Okay, cool. If you're 10 toes down and you speaking the gospel, right? Why? Now, he went to the internet for everything else. Twitter, he went there. He went to the live chat. He's been everywhere, right? Now, where are those receipts he's talking about? He said he got them receipts. Why ain't he going to the internet with those receipts?
Didn't I tell him up here? We'll put them up.
Because those receipts don't exist. He knows he's lying. See, anybody can come up here and say whatever they want to say, right? But like he said, I'm going to use his words. He has the receipts. Well, where are they at? Because he didn't have no problem dropping those, EM blocked me in the live chat and put it on Twitter. But where are these receipts that he's talking about? Where are they at?
I know where they are. They don't exist, bro.
Because they don't exist.
They don't exist, bro. And again, I'm trying to figure out, I think it's two things, right? His feelings was hurt because we don't fuck with him, right? Again, that's already been established for when he thought at that time, we were trying to kind of, wasn't fucking with him. We were trying to, quote unquote, his words, not mine, to replace him with Ennis, right? Again, he said that hurt his feelings, bro. That hurt his heart. Verbatim is what he said, right? I'm really in my feelings over that. So it's two things going on here. Like he's saying about why we're here is because he had a disagreement, right? I had a disagreement with him about the situation with his boy, Lil Nicky. No, that's not the case. I didn't have an issue with CB, right? Again, he brought it up, so I'm going to address that specifically. The issue never was the fact that he had a problem with me, right? The issue was, if you're a quote unquote friend now, again, which is what, didn't y'all hear him say? I consider EM and Lewis my friends. Y'all just heard him say that, right? That's been confirmed. Did you hear that, Shake? You heard him say that, correct? Okay. So he just confirmed that he, in his mind, thought that me and Lewis were his friends. My only issue, what about his comments or his disagreement, was that why are you making that public, right? Why are you, because again, you see my haters in the chat right now. It is no different on this channel as others, right? When Ian pulls up, his haters are going to come out, right? That the freak's going to come out at night. We know that. So at the end of the day, if you're a quote unquote friend, right? And again, I know he fuck with Lil Nicky, and that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Well, why not? Okay, because what he texts me privately in Lewis, he didn't say, EM, I got a problem with you. He said, I got a problem with y'all discussing black business on a panel with white dudes, right? He said white boys with color and cap. That is what his quote was. That's black business, right? So again, I didn't even have a problem with that. But why not, if you're a quote unquote friend of mine, why are you calling my name out? Why aren't you saying both of y'all need to stop if you're going to be neutral, right? That is the issue I had with CB. That is why Tony got so upset, right? And I told him, he said, Ian, you see this? You see your boy in the chat? And then I told him to screenshot that and he sent it to me. That is why Tony, right, got upset. And that is why I told, at the end of the day, I basically told CB, this it, bro. Like, move around. You know what I'm saying? You go your way, I go mine, we keep it pushing. That was the issue. Wasn't the issue about him and him. Bro, we have disagreements all the time. Bro, you should hear us privately, bro.
And let me address something else, right? Before the coward fucking left, right? Because, bro, I'm steaming. This is some bullshit. Oh, now I'm EM's best boyfriend, right? Those are his words. I'm his boyfriend. Now, since this beef, right? And since, again, I didn't even know EM is supposed to be my boyfriend, right? I didn't know EM had blocked him until he put it on the internet. That's how I found out. CB tweeted it out. I didn't know nothing about that, right? So what's funny to me is they're beefing, right? They got whatever they got going on. After that, I've been on CB's panel. I've been up there. I was just up there. One of the last times he was just on. I went up there. So am I being a friend, I guess, or whatever? Am I picking sides? No, I fuck with EM. Everybody knows that. But EM has never told me, oh, don't talk to CB83. Don't go over there. I was just over there. So again, he's lying. It's straight up fucking lies, bro. It's lies. And it's comments like this, Shake. This is the shit right here. That people, they hear what they want to hear. They see what they want to see. Look at G in the comments. G writes, y'all took his man card away. He had to fight back. No. G, let me help you out because you must be a little slow. He put it out on the internet. When me and EM addressed him, it was on a private phone call. You, G, didn't know about that private phone call. Nobody else in the chat knew about that private phone call. When me and EM told CB, hey, bro, we ain't rocking with you like that. It is what it is. You do you. We're going to do us. We're going to keep it pushing. Everybody go their own separate way. That's a conversation that me, EM, and CB knew, right? G didn't know that. So, no, we didn't pull his card. The people that are fighting back are me and EM because that bitch went to the internet and put it out there. That bitch is the reason that we're out here now addressing this situation. So no, G, you're wrong. We didn't pull we pulled his card in a private manner, right? The clout chaser, the female, the guy that wants to be, I'm the precious CB. I want everybody to love me. That bitch is the reason that we're here now. So, G, get your motherfucking facts straight, homie. Nobody pulled his card. The people that are fighting back is me and EM over this clout-chasing bitch.
And look at the hole in the chat. Oh, look again, clout chasing. EM soft as fuck for blocking me, right? But I'm soft for blocking you. Like, obviously, EM sleep good at night. Obviously, you were clearly in your feelings for me blocking you. You clearly are in your, because why you run to the internet then? Why not just keep it private and everybody move on? And nobody would have ever known, right? Nobody knew I had Jason Sonic blocked till he came in and opened his mouth on a Twitter space, right? Nobody knew that. I didn't broadcast that on the internet. So,
by the way, he sent me that CD, the text message about what you said about the conversations with the white boy.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's cool.
I don't know what that has to do with it, but anything.
Bro, but again,
everything you said was pretty much on there.
Thank you. He said that again. Why is he like? I acknowledge that he texted me privately, right? I acknowledge that. I didn't deny that. So yeah, he did. But the issue never was the disagreement.
Hold on. You told him at the end to pick up the phone or something like that, to that extent.
Yeah. And that's when I called him. And I told him, bro, and then again, we had the conversation, right? That was the first time that I brought the issue up. Again, I never denied that he texted me. But again, what he said in the chat was, you and, whatever, Y'all need to squash that or whatever. That's black business, whatever. But he didn't say that in the on the internet. He was saying EM, you're wrong, yada 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 yada. Now, if he would have texted me and said, right, if he would have said in the chat, y'all need to chill, y'all need to, you know, have that off camera, that conversation off camera, you wouldn't have heard a peep out of my mouth. But if you're a quote unquote friend, again, he acknowledged that he thought that me and Lou were his friends, right? If you're a friend, right, and you're on a public platform and you're cool with two people up on a panel, if I'll use an example, Lewis and Shake, y'all are having a disagreement, no matter who I think was the aggressor, right? If I'm going to comment publicly, more than likely I'm not, because I fuck with both of y'all. But if I am going to comment publicly, right, in a chat, because I fuck with both of y'all and have respect for both of y'all, I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm gonna say y'all need to chill, have that, you know, reserve that conversation for a more private situation. That's what I'm going to say because I'm friends with both of y'all. CB didn't do that, and that's fine. I didn't even trip about that. But the issue came again. He acknowledged that he thought that we were friends, me and Lewis, as well as him. He said that those guys, I thought they were my friends. So that is the issue specifically what I had with CB, which is what brought us here today. No. What brought us here today is the fact that he ran to the internet once I blocked him. And I basically told him, look, bro.
Look at him, Ian. Look at him. He's writing and he's laughing because he can't even say it with a straight face. He says EM was begging me to pick up the phone. Now I remember that he was blowing your phone up, right? And you were ignoring his phone calls because again, you had told him, leave me alone. I don't fuck with you. He kept calling you, right? So then I guess when you blew up on him or was trying to blow up on him, you were calling him back. Now he's turning that and saying you were begging him.
Exactly,
like you were calling
bro.
him.
And look at him in the chat, bro. Like look how he playing the internet games in the chat.
That's
bro,
crazy,
it's ridiculous,
bro.
bro.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous. And he talking about we grown men acting like this, nigga. Are you serious, bro? Fuck out of here. Anyway, this will be. Listen, this was in response to what he brought up on his channel. This is the last time that I'm going to address this clout chasing fucking idiot, bro. Like again, he obviously needs to shine. He obviously, right? Yeah. So I'm not going to address this idiot right on publicly anymore. Notice I said publicly. Because, you know, privately, anything can happen privately. You know what I'm saying? If the right opportunity presents itself. But that's another conversation for another day. But publicly, I'm not going to address that with him, bro. I'm done with that.
Listen, I was going to bring up the screenshot, but I gotta blur out all the N-words that was used in it. But anyway, listen, at the end of the day, look, I feel the same way. If it wasn't for the fact that it was, you know, between two friends, I'm glad you guys, whether you guys agree, disagree, whatever, I let y'all talk because again, I'm the same way with you and CBA. Like you said, I'm cool with CBA3 and I'm cool with you guys. And I'm you know, that's why I let y'all have this session out, man. Because at the end of the day, look, it's week 1 of the NFL, and I think that's what we need to focus on right now. I hope that
I got one last question, real quick, Shake, and this is for you and crypto, right? And again, I want y'all to be neutral. I just want y'all to be objective in this question I'm going to ask you two gentlemen, right? In that scenario, right? If, again, Shake, if crypto and myself, and me and crypto have been, bro, me and crypto got into it screaming at each other, whatever. You stay neutral in that situation, right? So I pose a question to you. If you're in a chat, me and crypto are up on a panel. You fuck with both of us, right? Your friend, and I consider you a friend, a dear friend, Shake, right? Crypto as well. So if me and crypto are going at it, right? And if you think the conversation is inappropriate and you feel the need to respond publicly in a chat, how are you going to respond? Are you going to take a side between the two? Are you going to single me out or crypto out? Or are you going to address us both and say, y'all, you know, stay neutral and say y'all need to reserve that privately? How would you respond to that?
Actually, I want to respond. I'm like, you know what? That's between them. I just want to respond at all.
Right, but if you were to, right, if you felt the need to respond, if you had to, right, if the conversation was going to a different place, how would you?
Well, I've done it with crypto and color, man, and you know they've had multiple dragouts. I'm like, we just need to have, you know, I'll shut the show down and we handle it backstage, and they go on their separate ways and let it cool down. You know what I'm saying? And Crypto could tell you that before many times. You and Color blowing up, and I never took neither one of you guys' sides. Am I right, Crypto? You there? Crypto?
Oh, my bad. I'm here. I'm back. Yeah, I heard you.
I was
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All the times that you and Color have gone at it, I have never once took in sides between either of you. I just, you know what I'm saying? Can
Right.
you
I didn't know if you heard me, Em. I said the latter on your question.
yeah.
What as far as being neutral in the situation.
So
I would
so if
like
you,
take it
so
offline. I more
so
so took that
so
approach.
so you would say y'all, right? You would say both of y'all need to just address that and have that conversation offline, correct? That's what you
Yeah, take it offline. Yeah, that
okay.
would be more my
So
approach.
again, that is what again to reiterate and to clear up, right, what the issue started with. It's because CB didn't do that, right? He put it all on EM. He seen my haters in the chat just like today, bro. Right? He said EM is the aggressor. EM is wrong. EM, he put it all on me, right? Which is what caused Tony to see that, because I didn't see it at the time he was doing it in the chat at the time I was on the panel, right? Tony sees that. He said, "Bro, is that your man? That's your nick." He said, "That's your boy." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Bro, CB calling you out in the chat." Right? He putting his whole conversation on you, right? And so I look at my phone and I see where he is texting me. Again, he said, "Y'all need to reserve that that's black business that needs to be resolved privately between y'all." But he didn't say that in the chat on a public platform, which in that right there is the issue. I just basically told him, bro, CB, look, bro, we different. You know, we we got to, how we think about our definition of partners and friends or whatever you call it, it's just different. So for that primary reason, we gonna move. You move around, I move around. We keep it pushing. I just don't fuck with you. Just not the type I fuck with. That's basically it. And
Real quick,
immediately,
though.
boom, here he goes to the internet.
Real quick, shout out to Fins Up Winsy. I appreciate you for the donation. You good, Shake. And then he had another $5 donation I want to get to. The perfect opportunity to praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen to that, brother. Appreciate you,
Right.
man. I approve that message.
Hey, I absolutely approve
Yeah.
that message. Absolutely, absolutely. So anyway,
But anyway, listen, let's wrap this up because it's about to be.
yeah, I got it. Yeah, we about to get up out of here, Shake. Hey, man, listen, I want to apologize to you. It's a shame that. Hang on one second.
What's the Smoke Lounge?
It's a shame that
Bringing
you
the
got to
smoke.
address people like this, on the internet, bro. Like for putting that out there for public consumption. Like it never 100% was never my intentions. It never has been. Again, anybody that knows me privately know how I move in the community, right? So it never was my intention. But sometimes, bro, when y'all know how the internet goes, like you'll hear somebody put something on the internet and people that don't like you, that might have just might not fuck with you. They'll take that, run with it, they'll believe it and take it and run with it, and they'll use that against you for years. It's happened multiple times with me, bro. So at the end of the day, my approach to clout chasers and people that are misinforming the fan base, and it could be on a football topic or it could be something of this nature, right? No, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna present the truth, and the truth will always take care of itself. So at the end of the day, that's the purpose of myself, and I think I can speak for Lewis in this regard. That's why we wanted to bring this, to the platform and address it, because again, he did that on his platform, right? So at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that we're here, but we dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? All we did was tell the truth. So, and we'll let the truth take care of itself. So we good, Shake. Salute to you, man.
Meet you, Lewis. Any final thoughts? I sent you the link too, Lewis. By the way.
No, Shake. I appreciate you like always, Shake.
All right, man. Hey, listen. Smoke Lounge ain't gonna be this spicy, but at the end of the day, man, look, everybody, let's week one. Hey, Smoke Lounge.
What about Smokey, Shake?
Drive
Smoke
Time
Lounge supposed to be
panel.
Smokey, Shake.
Hell yeah. Drive Time is this Friday. Everybody's welcome. Saturday morning, Saturday after late night with Ali, we're gonna have Insomnia. Hey, make sure you join the late night party with Ali. It is we're gonna be doing shots and we're gonna be having a good time. We're gonna be ready for game one. And but I said before that, we're gonna Friday at 3:00, Saturday 3:00 in the morning. I'm gonna be dropping the episode Insomnia versus the Blitz pickup with guest Finsanity 5. So yeah, Jess, you always there. Appreciate you, Jess. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody
out to
who
Jess.
came up to join, troll or join the chat, man. Fins up, everybody, and we out this bitch.